Hello. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. You too. It's a little laggy. Anyway, don't mind me just exiting the drive-through at Dunkin'. Hello there, Wreck-It Rider. Off to Towson again. Gotta go deposit a check. Helped a family member the other day buy something when their debit card for whatever reason wasn't working. Looks a little laggy on my end, but hopefully it's okay on your end. If not, it's just going to be the way it is, because I don't know how to fix that. It's above my pay grade. Yeah, it looks like it's a little laggy on my end too, so I don't know if it's my phone or if it's YouTube or whatever. It's probably my phone, in all honesty, but I'm not restarting the stream, so oh well. We'll see if it gets better or not. It could also... Yep. Driving the Aztec today. I'll take the outer lane. Alright, yield to the truck and probably this Explorer. Nope. Okay. Hi, SoCal. Hey, heading down to Towson. Apparently this Toyota in front of the Dodge doesn't understand that the speed limit's 50. We're doing 35. Yeah. No bueno. Well, I'm already behind one. Toyota, I think it's a Toyota. It's a white sedan, that's what I can tell you for a fact. In front of this Dodge. They were just doing 35, now we're up to 40. Oh, they might have woken up a little bit. We're getting up to 45. Back down to 40. If I was that truck, I would be flashing my high beams at him, because at this point he's impeding traffic, especially as the line of traffic behind me grows. Someone took out the telephone pole. Damn! Left a bunch of debris back there too. Possibly. Also, as you guys can see, the traffic, well, it's not a traffic light, but the traffic beacon light, whatever you want to call it, is finally working here again. Oh, for Christ's sake, we're doing 35 again. Come on. on, dude. Wake up. And I would if I was behind him, in all honesty, but with one more car in front, and there's no point, because one, probably won't hear it, and two, I don't want the guy in front of me to get pissed. Oh, thank God. Well, one's out of the way. No, he's bouncing off the lines. He's probably drunk. Let's see what he's doing. All right, we're up to 50 now. Maybe he's texting or something. Now we're slowing back down, but now we're entering 40. It's gonna be okay here. I'm gonna be that guy and pass him anyway. Yeah. Alright, which lane you getting into, bud? Going for it. Get passed by an Aztec. Just saying, if you get passed by an Aztec, you're not driving fast enough. Especially one that has 266,000 miles on it, that's dying a slow death. I think he got the wake-up call there because the Audi that's behind him, or behind me now, he's keeping up with the Audi. So I think that woke him up a little bit, that maybe I'm not going fast enough. Hello, Twin Cities. It's also a beautiful 65 degrees right now here in, well, now I'm in Baltimore County. So, and also, just as a heads up, I'm entering an area that has spotty cell phone coverage, or at least it has been for me the past couple of days or weeks. So, heads up, it might cut out. Don't worry, the stream will continue once I get signal back. So, stay tuned if I lose signal. If not, enjoy me rambling on as usual. I think something up here at the base is screwing with the military base up here, screwing with the signal or something. No shit. God damn it, you fucking idiot. I don't know if the stream caught that, but still not as bad as the one close call I had at that intersection. It was actually in this car too. The only thing is, are we back? saw it cut out. Are we back? Let me know if it's back. Still see it's lagging. I think it's lagging on my end. Okay. Oh. Back, kind of. I like that. Okay. Well, anyway, as I was saying before, you know, T-Mobile decided to be rude and cut my signal there. Yeah, back at that very same intersection with that truck, I had a VW, I think it was a VW. Can't remember now at this point. VW pulled out in front of me as I was coming up through the intersection. I had to dive off to the right and somehow missed contact with him. Like, seriously, it was less than a foot between our two cars, and at the speed I was going, it would have been a nasty crash. And it was also one of those, like, got the message kind of moments where, as you know, as you guys saw back there, there's a church there. So after I dove off to the right, you know, I'm stopped in front of the church, facing the church, and when I turned the wheel, my radio station changed. I hit the button, and the whatever radio station it changed to, I don't know. To this day, I don't know what radio station, in all honesty, I changed it to, but it was playing a Blue Cross Blue Shield commercial, and it started off just with the power of the cross, and, you know, in front of a church, almost just got into a serious crash. It was like, message received. Got it. So. Yeah, it's been a couple of years since I shared it. I mean, it was back when I was in undergrad of college, so been a minute. I think I still have my original dash cam too, so it's definitely been a minute. How do I answer that question? Technically, yes, but they were not actually police who pulled me over. They were police recruits. I was volunteering at our one local police academy as a role player. And so I got to drive on their little track, their course, whatever you want to call it, at the academy. And, you know, I ran a stop sign, drove on the wrong side of the road, just drove like a moron, essentially, and got, quote-unquote, pulled over. But, you know, it wasn't a real traffic stop or anything like that, so it was fun. I'm hoping I'll be able to do it again this year. I've been in contact with the guy down there, so hopefully my schedule with work and stuff lines up. And even then, if I take off, in all honesty, I don't mind if I take a day off of work to go do that. In all honesty, they might even let me go down and do it for work because of where I work now. See you, Twin Cities. But I can say this, I've been on the other side of a traffic stop a couple of times when I've done a couple of ride-alongs with local PDs back in high school and college and stuff. So, in fact, I always thought it was funny. The officers, especially at the one agency, they actually liked it when I did ride-alongs because nothing ever happened whenever I did a ride-along. And it was funny because one of the officers I know at this one agency, you know, me and them were talking. They were like, I'm on purposely going to schedule my ride-along to be on your Friday. Because they always got, for whatever reason, they always got hit with something big on their Friday. And, oh, here comes the Popo, Palmer County. Precinct, are you? Precinct 3. He's probably going off to get dinner or something. Anyway, so I scheduled my ride along. They'll be on their Friday because they always got something on their Friday, something big, always. It was like some weird fluke that they had. So I did my ride along. Absolutely jack happened. The most exciting call we got was for a dog barking. That's police work for you. So I won't complain about their neighbor's dog barking. And then the other call we had was someone parked in a yellow zone, and it was like, really? Really? You're gonna worry about that? So, that's police work for you. It's either one extreme or the other. Preferably the slows. But I would say, in all honesty, my favorite car out of the two I own is still going to be the Aztec. Even though I love the Crown Vic, and I think that car is fun to drive, the Aztec is just more, how do I put it, capable, I guess. I can do so much more with it. The guy's going a little bit fast. So now he's going to tailgate the shit out of that guy. But, because like the Aztec, I can put a lot of cargo in the back. I can sit 5 people comfortably. I mean, shoot, we've had this car for, my family's owned this car for 20 years. And this thing is still going strong, still still works fine. I mean, it has its issues. The transmission's going out, and I have a rust spot that's just not worth fixing at this point. But it's overall, I would still say this is my favorite car. Crown Vic's is definitely second place, but this will still always be not my number one. And I love this car to death. Trying to get over at the last second. Can't read signs apparently. I'm gonna get over. That turns into an exit only after the spurt. It's funny, I actually drove an Explorer today, and to be honest, I really wasn't that thrilled with it. It didn't ride bad, but it just not my cup of tea. I do not. I only have a Pontiac Aztec and a Ford Crown Vic, and my other two cars that I drive on a, I don't want to say regular basis, but often enough that I would still say I have them, is a Ranger. But those are my parents' cars, and I don't really drive them a whole lot. I only drive them once in a blue moon if I need to. Like my mom's car, I'll drive once in a while so it doesn't just sit, and my dad's truck I'll drive once in a while if I needed to go to the dump or something. I'm also happy I got out of work early today. Not really. I just worked 7 to 3 instead of 8 to 4 today, but I still got out of work early. Even though I didn't, but I did. Tesla. Not really, not unless the build it out. Really, don't get me wrong, she has oomph to her for being as large, for having the motor that it does, but the Vic, on the other hand, that's the car that if you're not careful, you can actually easily spin the tires on. That thing puts out so much freaking torque. It's ridiculous sometimes. I've actually kicked the rear end of the Vic out a couple of times because I just wasn't paying attention and made a turn, or like was accelerating, making a turn at like a traffic light or whatnot. Just wasn't paying attention, gave it too much gas, and the rear end would kick out. Can't really do that in this car. That's probably the big thing with me with the Crown Vic, was getting used to that. And why is this Honda riding my ass? It's like, let's go. Although I have been looking at my next replacement car for like the Aztec when it finally kicks the bucket. I haven't made up my mind yet. In all honesty, I rolled another Aztec because I've actually been finding a couple in this general area that have been in decent shape. In all honesty, if the motors and stuff weren't in the best of shapes, as the body was, but yeah, it's how we break it. Why are we breaking? Huh? But this area also cuts out. Environment, so I don't get it. But yeah, I've been just looking around and seeing what I can find, and I have my ideas. But nothing's set in stone, especially now that I got the actual drive on the vehicles I was looking at, and I wasn't thoroughly impressed, and I'm just like, it's just too big, and the visibility just wasn't good. That's the one thing that this car has given me a lot of, is a lot of visibility. Yeah, medic. Who is it? Lutherville. No, that's private, isn't it? Yeah, that's private ambo. But guy behind me just bailed off onto the shoulder. Why we all just almost came to a complete stop on the interstate, I don't know. But whatever. I'm bailing off now before I get stuck in that shit. Yes, for me, it just has to be the right. It just, you can't. It's like I only honk at people when I need to, or feel that I need to. All right, let's see what's going on here. It's clear. We are clear. Like, I'll honk at him because he did it wrong. But you're supposed to do what I did. You're supposed to go up to the actual light and make the right turn, not take the spur and then have to cut across what, 1, 2, 3 lanes of traffic to make your left. Hello, Mercedes. It's funny, what I usually do if someone's lights aren't on, I'll flash my high beams to get their attention, and then I'll turn my headlights on and off, on and off, on and off a couple of times, and I've had more success with that than just simply flashing my lights or just turning my lights on and off. It's funny, I can tell that Chevy in front of me is a stick shift. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but when he went to start going, he rolled back a little bit. It's a tall tale sign of having a stick shift. So this was Mama MD's territory for a while. She used to do speed enforcement on this road all the time. I know of him, I don't necessarily know him though. Barrack area roads. I got an idiot that can't use turn lane. He's on my sub list too, but in all honesty, I'm not entirely sure. I'm subscribed to a whole bunch of people. I need a purge. Because a lot of people have stopped posting and stuff, and it's just probably time I just remove it. Oh my god, it won't go off if you do the speed limit. Plus, the camera won't go off if you do 35. It's not, at least not supposed to. Ugh. Mission Barbecue, the best, one of the best barbecue places in Maryland. Minute we're about to go by Mama MD's old place of business. Boom, 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 boom. Right here, precinct 6. Mama MD used to work out of this precinct. We'll let him finish parking. I know how much of a pain those cars can be to park, so. Those Crown Vics, even though I love them, they are freaking boats. Oh my god, that's beautiful. What is that? He is up on the. I like it when people walk behind the car instead of in the crosswalk. Like, I'm not in... There, let's see. Is it clear for me? It looks like it is. We're good. Alright, I'm just going to leave the stream going. I go deposit money, so it should only take a minute, if that. Oh, not even. You know what I mean. So, I'm not paying. If I get a parking ticket in the next like 5 minutes because I'm before 6 p.m., oh well. Check. I'll use theirs. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Talks among yourselves and all that good stuff. Alright, I'm back. The dude literally sitting right behind me. Parked like a complete moron. But you know what, whatever. At least I understand how to park my car on the street. I'm just gonna flip a bitch real quick. You know, I hate Diet Cola. Perfect timing. No, that was not illegal. U-turn, Maryland, you're allowed to make a U-turn pretty much wherever the heck you feel like it. As long as it's not on a hill, a curve, or otherwise prohibited by local statute or posted sign. Boom, 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 boom. Bus just cut the fuck off that shit. Anyway, exciting news for Maryland while I'm thinking about it. So Maryland, as of today, has lifted their restrictions on how many people can be in a restaurant. So it's now full capacity for a restaurant. You still have to wear a mask, but all the other restrictions and stuff were just lifted today. I guess they probably don't take effect until Friday, because that seems to be the governor's favorite thing to do, but which makes sense, because it gives the businesses time to prepare and stuff for when stuff happens, instead of like, oh, you know, by the way, you have to do this now. But yeah, starting, what did I just miss? Oh, either. But yeah, starting Friday, restaurants will be at full capacity, regular retail places will be at full capacity. So, and trust me, they want to do that here too. But our governor isn't a complete idiot. Don't get me wrong, he's done stuff I don't agree with, but at the same time, he hasn't been like a complete just horrible person. Even though I still don't like any of the restrictions, but you know, whatever. At least I can go visit family here, unlike in other states and stuff. Extreme there, Chevy. I'm just saying. Jesus, you know, rear end me? How about why don't ya? Good Lord. Nah, I got laid off from my security job back in June, but I've recently got another job. But I don't really want to go into much detail about where I work now, just because it's a relatively small place and all that other good stuff. And they're so even though they, compared to other places, still have a lax social media page or social media policy, I still don't want to push it. So I don't want to be the reason why things change. But I like my new job. It's not, glorious by any stretch of the imagination, but you know what? It pays more than my old security job. It's Monday through Friday. It's all day work. Can't complain. I mean, I can always complain, but complaining doesn't do anything but just make you sour. So I choose not to. It's as simple as that. I work on fixing the things I have control over, and the stuff I don't, it is what it is. Mine, I guess I can say I'm a how to say it? I'm an inventory specialist, I guess is the best way to put it. I will say this now, I apologize for the sun. There's not really much I can do about that. It sucks this time of year on the Beltway because of it. You as well. That's pretty cool. It's actually kind of cool with some of the stuff I can do with my job, because a lot of the stuff I do, normal people aren't allowed to do. So it's actually pretty neat. Oh yeah. funny. I've never, in all honesty, I've never been a big fan of going on a cruise ship. That stuff to me just has always been like, yeah. Even before coronavirus, with like all the, whenever anything would happen, like stomach flu and stuff like that, I just, with all those outbreaks, well, before all this crap, yeah, it just, that always turned me off about it. And it's just, also just being the fact that you're stuck on the boat and can't go anywhere. So, like, if emergency and stuff happens while you're on the boat, it's just like, you're kind of stuck there. And SoCal, I don't know if you noticed the license plate on that Chrysler, but it was California. It's one of your people there. I don't know why I tried to sound like I was from the Midwest there, but yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot they had a really bad crash right there this morning. I don't know if you guys saw it on the road, but they had all the absorbent still. Technically, they're actually supposed to clean that crap up, but I guess they didn't feel like it today. Hopefully none of that liquid is flammable, because that's not going to be good if it is. Anyway, on my way home, I'm going to be keeping my stream going a little bit longer than I usually do. I'm stopping at one of our local liquor stores on the way home to pick up some Guinness. St. Patty's Day is next week? Next week, I think. So I'm gonna pick up a thing of that because we're having some Irish-themed dinners this week. And my mom requested that I stop and get some Guinness. It's funny, I'm not a drinker, but it was one of those, I was like, oh, I'll do it because it makes me feel like an adult, because I don't drink. God, when was the last time I had a drink? I think it was like over a month ago. I just don't. So it's, I don't know why, but it's like, I'm more than happy to go in the liquor store and buy my parents' stuff if they want me to. I just don't get for me. Hey, out east. Well, you got to tune in for a couple minutes. It's a nice warm. Oh, wow, it's actually up to 67 now here in Garrison. Is this Garrison or is this Pikesville? I think this might be considered Pikesville. Garrison's not until a little bit further down. That's the thing that sucks when stuff gets built up like this, is that you're like, is this area or is this that area? Because Garrison's not until after this hill. This is still, I think, technically Pikesville. And what in the hell is this truck doing? Well, you did meet, Clueless actually saw it. I know that. He was in the chat. You missed the pickup truck that cut me off at the one intersection on my way down to the bank. I'm on my way home now. In fact, that truck that don't know what the heck he was doing. Yeah, just like, because he just decided that he was just gonna go make his turn and hold up anyone that was trying to go straight, but whatever. Oh, that's why. That's a retirement home for that. That makes sense. Sorry. Well, they also, California, I think, has what, the most drivers or the most cars than any other state, which makes sense because they are the most populous state. But I mean, California really grew up around the car, if you think about it, because it really was expanding in the 20th century, being built up to where it is now during most of the 20th century. So it grew up essentially with the automobile versus places like out here where, even though, you know, a lot of our cities and stuff are still designed for the car too, but there's still a lot of areas that have their, you know, 18th century charm with all the streets being super narrow or being weirdly set up and stuff like that. And like when cities out here went with public transit, Los Angeles, I mean, shoot, it was only what, in the 90s when they finally started to upgrade their or like start doing like investing in public transit. Oop, I see an ambulance or the fire truck leaving. Let's see which way they're going. They are going, that's the utility too. God, people are idiots. Alright, they're coming this way. Let's get over, people. Yield to the... Clear the path for them. I was actually waiting for someone behind me to honk because we're in Baltimore County. That's what people do. What's that? You know, someone's trying to yield to an emergency vehicle. So. People trying to make a no left turn, including a semi truck who's driving on the wrong side of the road. There he goes, making the illegal turn. Beautiful. Now that on camera. Gotta love it. Is there signs both on this side of the road and on the opposite side that tell you can't turn left into that driveway? But yet so many people do, because, you know, driving an extra couple feet to the traffic light where you can make the turn, it's too hard. You can't do that. Right lane must turn right at signal. Don't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do because I can't read. Why do people think that sounds good? It literally sounded like someone just crapped themselves going down 140. Ugh. Is it possible to get a green light for more than 5 seconds? Go, go, go! I have a feeling that if I was in that lane, I would have just gotten cut off by that guy. I really don't get why people inch up like that. They see that the road is obviously busy and full of traffic, but they still pull forward anyway. Like, oh, I better pull forward. I'm gonna go around you because you're not gonna signal your turn. Called it. I thought this was funny. So a little story for you guys. Yesterday, I got to drive the wrong way on a one-way street because of poor planning on the construction workers' part. They shut down a street and they didn't have any detour signs up. And of course, the street that they shut down is a one-way street, and they had it shut down at the end of the street instead of at the beginning. Because why not? You know, why not make everyone's life more miserable? And so I had to turn around and drive the wrong way on a one-way street because they decided not to put up detour signs. So that was fun. It's funny, in all honesty, even though there was a lot of things about like the state of Maryland that I'm not too happy about, you know, our tax situation, which in all honesty really isn't horrible compared to other states. Don't get me wrong, I would love to pay less taxes like everyone else, so that's more money in my pocket that I can go spend on whatever I want. But at the same time, it's just meh. But in all honesty, I like where I live. You I think the services we get, even though it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, compared to other places, Pennsylvania, get our money's worth out of it and all that. Unlike other places, Pennsylvania. Limo. Balling. Yeah, it was balling, hey. God, that smells good. Bye, McDonald's. I'm happy to say I haven't had McDonald's since like the beginning of February. So I gave up eating at fast food joints such as McDonald's, specifically McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King, because those are the three primary ones I go to. I gave up those three places for Lent this year, and the only places I've gone fast food wise has been like Chick-fil-A, and that's been like once in a blue moon, except for 1 week when I admit I was a little bad, but in the whole grand scheme of things, I've been doing actually really well with cutting out fast food like that, and quite frankly, once Lent's over, I think I'm going to try and keep it up, just because, in all honesty, I've actually been kind of helping my parents out in that aspect, because since I haven't been getting fast food, they haven't been getting fast food. Is usually a lot of times that's their go-to for just dinner and stuff, because they don't feel like cooking and all that. The cow. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Nice. It's Ricerstown Volunteer Fire Company off to the left there. I don't know if you guys heard it, but that truck has a train board. fire department up ahead. See what's going on at the intersection. The Yugo. I'm gonna have to go with the Yugo. That's the only one I can think of that I know is horrible. What the fuck? Oh, they're at the house. I wonder what's up. Out of all the cars I've driven, I would probably say the worst one. I'm going to say the Chevy Impala that I was driving for work a few weeks ago. I think it has 140,000 miles on it. It's nearing the end of its work life. And it's had stuff. Its heater is like hit or miss. It either works or it doesn't. The power steering's bad. So yeah, I would say the worst that I've driven was probably that Chevy Impala. But in reality, it really wasn't that bad. I really haven't, in all honesty, I really haven't had any true like issues with cars. I mean, I've actually liked all the cars I've driven, because even like the Explorer I drove today, it's not my favorite car in the world, but it wasn't bad. It rode nice. But would I buy one? No, not after driving that one today. It's just the visibility wasn't that good. What is happening here? The visibility wasn't that good, and in the hell? Okay, they're turning. That's why. But the visibility out of the Explorer wasn't that good. It's just a big vehicle. So personally, I would say the worst I've driven was the Impala. Oh, seems legit. My camera just thought I died in a fiery car crash because I hit rumble strips. Oh, I gotta love those G sensors. The one in this camera is super sensitive. I even have it on the low setting, and it just goes, "Oh, you just died." I've had it save clips when I've simply closed the car door. Oh, that's funny. I've also had, and close second would be also my aunt's Chevy here. But again, the car itself wasn't really bad. It was just that her Cavalier, the times I drove it, it was towards the end of its useful life. It had 200,000 miles on it. It was beat up, old, and just, you know, it was just an old beat up car. But in the whole grand scheme of things, you know, I would drive it. I would drive it to and from work every day if I needed to. You know, so it's the PT Loser. You mean the PT Cruiser? My aunt actually had one of those. She had the convertible one back in the early 2000s. But oh yeah, I will stand by that statement. I mean, look at the Aztec. A lot of people would say that this car was a piece of crap, but it's got 266,000 miles on it. And don't get me wrong, it has its problems. You know, some of them design flaws, such as this rust issue with it. You know, they didn't put drains where they probably should have, and thus these cars have a lot of rust issues in the same area. But yeah, I mean the motor's still the original motor. It's had a head gasket replacement, but again, that was a design flaw with this car. You know, it hasn't had to be rebuilt. The engine doesn't burn oil. It leaks oil, but it doesn't burn it. Which I laugh at. But yeah, it's got 266,000 miles on it and still runs decently. Good, not perfect, but you know, if you were in a pinch and this was the only thing available to you, this thing would do it and do it well for a while. You could get, I would still say I still got another year, or maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 if I really am lucky with this car. And like the Crown Victoria, those things are freaking bulletproof if you maintain them properly. It's one of the perks about buying an ex-cop car is that you know it was actually maintained every 4,000 miles. Now, don't get me wrong. There's still going to be issues with the car because it's an ex-cop car and they run the shit out of those cars. They beat the crap out of them. They drive up on curbs. They are going 0 to 60 all the time and all this other stuff. So they beat the crap out of those cars. But every 4,000 miles or whatever that agency's, policies are, it's getting service. So the agency I bought mine from, they serviced it every 4,000 miles. And I was even able to get all the records. So right before I bought the car on it. So I got 50,000 miles or so. I forget, I'll have to go check what my owner's manual says. But, I got plenty of time to worry about my transmission fluid. My oil's good because I do that myself. So it's... In all honesty, a lot of Dodge and Chrysler products don't age well. Dodge, from what I've heard from a lot of friends that actually work on cars and stuff like that, is that Dodge and just Chrysler in general cut a lot of corners. Excuse me, they cut a lot of corners when it came to their electronics, so the electronics wear out pretty quick. And don't hold up that well over time. But the thing is, I've heard the same thing about GM products, and mine, I mean, I've had my issues electronic wise, but a lot of them have been when the cars had over 200,000 miles and been beat on and stuff. If they're going to replace that pole, or they're just going to be like, no, it's fine. Got Camaro over there. Braking. Still braking. Oh God, gas has gone up so much in the past few weeks. It's 280 gallon here already. What the hell happened? $272 there if you pay cash. Oh. Hello. It's funny, I know a friend of mine from high school. He bought an old Caravan. I don't know if it's the Dodge or if it was the Chrysler version, in all honesty. I haven't seen it in a while and I can't remember. But anyway, it's this blue one, and he has riced that thing. He put stickers like all over the back windows. He actually put a wing on it and stuff like that, put one of the fart cam mufflers on it. So he rides around Carroll County just in this old 90s Caravan or Chrysler product. It's hysterical. I can only imagine what like LA and stuff is at. If Riverside's at 230 or 250. Oh wow, Sitco is 269. And I wonder if that's cash or if that's credit. Oh my god, he just ran the light. What the fuck? Dumbass. Went right through the fucking red light like it wasn't there. It's over $3 a gallon up in Pennsylvania too. It's funny, PA used to be cheaper than Maryland, and now it's now Maryland somehow is cheaper. But PA, it's over $3 up there already too. Huh, that's interesting. I'll be ending the stream up here in a second. Time to stop and pick up my parents their booze. Let's see where to park. Dumbass in the freaking Honda could have parked any worse. I know she's on her phone too. Shocker. She's still in the car. Probably already tipsy or something. Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream here. Just going to check in. This came up with a 6-gallon tank right after. Gotta love it. I hate Diet Cola. That's the exact kind of crap that happened here all the time when O'Malley was in office. Oh, I'm not going to raise taxes. Meanwhile, I forget what the number is. It's like 30. It's like over 30 consecutive tax increases. So, gotta love it. But that would be funny. I have to admit. But alright, well, I'm going to end the stream here, so everyone be safe out there, and yeah, you know, have a good day, and I'll probably, you know, see you guys next time, I guess. Because, you know, I do these on the fly, so yeah. Alright, peace.